At first glance, the idea that a queen ant might produce males from a completely different species for her daughters to mate with sounds like pure science fiction. But this astonishing biological phenomenon is exactly what researchers have uncovered in the world of Iberian harvester ants. What you're about to read challenges our basic understanding of reproduction and species boundaries, and it raises fascinating questions about evolution and survival. Jonathan Romiguier, an evolutionary geneticist at the University of Montpellier in France, describes the discovery as sounding really crazy, like impossible, yet his research makes it undeniably real. He found that within nests of the Iberian harvester ant, Messor ibericus, all the worker ants are actually hybrids, meaning they inherit about half of their genetic material from a completely different species, the builder harvester ant, Messor structor. How does this happen? The simplest explanation is that M. ibericus queens are mating with M. structor males, a rare but known phenomenon in some ants where hybridization occurs. But the reasons behind this strange reproductive strategy aren't fully settled. One popular theory is hybrid vigor, the idea that mixing genes from closely related species counterbalances their individual weaknesses, resulting in offspring with enhanced survival or performance traits. Another idea addresses a quirky genetic problem within the M. ibericus species. When M. ibericus queens mate only with M. ibericus males, all their offspring become queens, never workers. This would be catastrophic for the colony, because worker ants are essential for food gathering, defense, and colony maintenance. By mating with males of another species, the queens might bypass this trap to ensure enough workers are produced. But here's the puzzle. M. ibericus colonies exist in many Mediterranean regions, where M. structor ants are completely absent, such as the island of Sicily. So where do these hybrid males come from? Intriguingly, scientists found peculiar, almost hairless M. structor-like males inside M. ibericus nests in areas lacking wild M. structor colonies. Genetic tests shed light on this mystery. These odd males carry mitochondrial DNA, a type of DNA inherited only from the mother that matches M. ibericus, meaning their mothers are definitely M. ibericus queens. This strongly suggests that an egg laid by an M. ibericus queen can actually develop into a male of the different species, M. structor. To confirm this, Romiguier undertook a painstaking 2-year experiment trying to breed M. ibericus in the lab, a challenging task since male ants rarely appear under artificial conditions. After monitoring around 50 colonies, 3 M. structor males surprisingly emerged. This was clear proof that M. ibericus queens produce males of both their own species and M. structor. The explanation is fascinating. Queens store sperm inside a specialized organ called a spermatheca, and they clonally replicate M. structor males using the sperm from this organ, but without mixing their own DNA, aside from the mitochondrial DNA inherited from the queen's egg. This means these males are almost genetic copies derived directly from stored sperm, a reproductive method seldom seen in animals. By producing 2 kinds of males, M. ibericus queens ensure their daughters have 2 sources of males to mate with. Female queens use sperm from M. ibericus males to produce new queens, while sperm from M. structor males enables the creation of hybrid worker ants and new M. structor males. This phenomenon is one of the rare documented cases where 2 different species rely on each other so intimately for reproduction. Other animals, including some ants, clams, and stick insects, also show cases where sperm from a different species takes over eggs, but that benefits only the males. Here, however, both species are mutually dependent. M. ibericus queens cannot produce workers without their clonal M. structor males, and these males need the queens and hybrid workers to survive, since they don't mate with their own species. This discovery has been met with excitement and some skepticism, but experts like Nathan Lowe from the University of Sydney acknowledge the robustness of the research, calling it a very rigorous study with supportive results. He speculates that because these clonal males don't exchange genes with others, harmful mutations might accumulate over time, possibly leading to the decline of this system as environments evolve. Romiguier agrees this peculiar reproductive alliance may be precarious long-term. Yet for now, it appears remarkably successful. The hybrid ants have spread widely across the Mediterranean, even flourishing in places where the builder-harvester ant has never naturally established colonies. So, here's a question for you. Is this intricate evolutionary dance a brilliant example of nature's ability to find solutions in the face of genetic challenges? Or is it a risky gamble that might eventually lead these ants into an evolutionary dead end? Could this complex dependence between two species alter our understanding of how distinct species interact and evolve? Share your thoughts and debates in the comments. This discovery is not just about ants. It touches on the fundamental principles of life, species boundaries, and adaptation in ways few stories do.